Good afternoon everybody and welcome. This is Mel Soul, Master Professional and Director of Instruction at the Mel Soul Golf School in Pawleys Island, South Carolina at Pawleys Plantation Golf and Country Club. We also have locations at Sea Trail Resort in North Carolina, and we also have one in Ellicottville, New York at Holiday Valley Resort, which I teach up there usually the week before July 4th and the week after July 4th. So I've just come back from there, and you know, the weather there is very nice. It's not as hot as it is down here in South Carolina. So today what I want to talk about is what I call an intermediate pitch. These are the shots. It's not quite a chip and it's not quite a pitch. A pitch shot would be you flying the ball in the air more than halfway, nice height, taking a lob wedge, cocking the wrists and going through, getting a nice height. A chip would be more stiff-wristed and having a lower trajectory, letting it run a little bit. But sometimes you're in that no man's land where it's neither, and you know, you want to fly this ball maybe a fraction longer than halfway. So this intermediate chip allows for a little bit of wrist hinge and the unhinge going through. So when you're going through, you don't flip it like this. You still keep the back of the left hand going through, but you allow the back part to hinge a little bit. What the hinge does, when it comes through, it allows a little bit more clubhead speed. When you try and do that stiff-wristed on a long shot, you don't get enough clubhead speed. You end up usually leaving it short. So by having a very slight hinge, when it unhinges, it creates a little bit more speed. It'll throw the ball up. So I want to land this ball maybe 5-6 foot onto the green. So watch, I'm going to have a very slight. So I landed that ball about 3-4 foot on the green. That ball stopped about 3 foot short of the flag. So next one, maybe I'll let it make a slightly longer swing. Let it fly just a little bit more. That one finished the right distance, but a little left. Now when you're practicing, just remember this. Every shot is an adjustment on the previous shot. So the first one came up a little bit short, so the next one I hit a little bit harder. When I tried to hit it a bit harder, it went a little bit left, which tells me that my club head path came a little bit out here. So the next shot, I'm going to A, hit it a little bit harder, but B, I'm going to let the club head path. Okay. So that was a little bit better. That ball's going to finish right next to the first ball. So as you practice, this is the way you practice, this is the way you develop feel, is, now that one's going to definitely roll out to the flag. So that's going to leave me with about a 3 foot putt. So practice this shot, allow a little bit of wrist hinge, just make sure that when you unhinge that you don't flip. You'd never want the club head to pass this left hand. When you're going through, the left hand is leading the club head at all times. As I'm coming through at impact, my hand should lead and my hand stays there like that. It never ever does that. This is something you can practice at home in your yard. You know, you can stand there and hit tiny little shots. If the key is just to land the ball, you don't worry about the roll. You don't have a green, so you don't know how far it's going to roll, but you're just pitching on your lawn. Just take something, a little basket, a coin, a tee, anything that you can say, all right, that's where I'm going to fly it. And you can practice good technique, good feel. When you go to the golf course, this is a stroke saver. This is going to save a lot of strokes around the greens. Try it out.